Is it
You stood along, you recited your lessons along that wall,
on the bench?
on that bench. And the teacher would come back here and ask questions, and she'd be up there, she'd write everything on the board you wanted to know, I mean, for lessons.
Who was your teacher?
Eva Oliver, first one, and then Leona Thompson, and she sat right there in that desk for years. And she just watched, and she'd never move out. She'd have all the classes come up there, and she'd never get out of that desk.
All day.
Great big fat lady.
He's doing
That's all right.
Oh, I didn't know that. I was 6 years old.
And how many were here?
About 18 or 20, I think it was mostly 20. And
What time do you have to be at school?
we had to be at school, I think, 8 o'clock or 7:30. And we walked to school and we put our lunch pails in where we put our coats, in there on the counter. And we'd run out in the yard and play. And which teacher you want? Well, there's three of them. And Julia Munlo. And they were the three teachers we had in the 8 years that I attended school here. We brought our dinner in a gallon pail, or molasses pail. And we needed, well, it could have been froze, and we leave it out in the cloakroom, and it wouldn't thaw out. But we always had a coal stove, and we'd carry in coal to that stove. We'd take turns, all the boys. The girls never had to carry in coal. But we had a well out there, and Ehlers used the water out of that well for the blacksmith shop because it was the only well around here. And that kept the water fresh because we didn't want to leave a well not touched during the summer.
So that they would use it.
They'd use it all year round, and the water was always good.
And what class did you have first when you came in?
Well, she'd start with the older kids, and then she'd go down to the smaller grades. In the morning, sometimes we'd have to recite twice a day.
Oh, would you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we'd sit two in a seat. And sometimes if we couldn't get our things, we'd go and have to sit with some kid that knew it. And he chose how to do it.
Oh, really?
And then we'd have spelling contests. We'd have to stand up there on the row and see who could spell down. Sometimes the 5th and 6th grade would often spell down the 8th grade.
Oh, would they really?
Yeah. And some of them was that. And then we'd have addition. They'd put it down and see how fast we could add it. And then we had our multiplication tables, and we had to practically sing them, and sometimes sing them backwards.
Oh, really?
There was nothing more important than your multiplications.
And you had to know your multiplication.
Yeah. That was the most they had. The important.
Did you ever say the pledge?
No, no, we had to sing. And in them days, if a boy sang, he was a sissy. You were supposed to sing, and right after we'd have a noon lunch, or noon hour, and we could play. We took an hour off for lunch, or noon. And we'd play in the yard and go outside. And when we come in, we'd always have singing.
Oh, really?
That'd be the first thing right as we got in after lunch. And if a boy sang, he was a sissy.
Were you a sissy?
I was a sissy, yeah.
No, you weren't. What'd you play at recess?
Stealing crow. That was, you know what stealing crow is? Well, they have a crow pile here, that's 12 sticks. And they have a crow pile there, that's 12 more. And right through here, they have a log or a plank. And